welcome back to my channel. So today, I think I want to start something called Makeup and Crime Tuesday. But today, instead of doing makeup, I'm going to show you all a hack. Since this is the first one. Okay? Okay, I'll show you at the end. So today's case is, involves 4 co-workers. So, yeah. It involves 4 co-workers that were working at a burger chef in Speedway, Indiana. I think that's how you call it. It is a cold case, so I'm just gonna get into it. It happened November the 17th, 1978 at 11 p.m. Apparently, like, there was the assistant manager, Jane, who's 20, Daniel, who's 16, Mark, who's 16, and Ruth, who's 18. They're all working that night. So it seemed like, oh, somebody threw out the trash. You know, one of the victims threw out the trash. So, yeah, they were taking out the trash. So a former employee noticed that the back door was open. And, the safe was also opened, and the girls' purses and all their jackets were still there that night. But the police were like, oh, they probably just took the money and went out and partied with it. Yeah. So then they found, so they weren't treating this as a crime scene. No, let me tell you. They were going through, touching everything, touching evidence. That's what they were doing. They weren't considering this anything bad. They're like, oh, they left to go party. Basically what they said. So, they found Jane's car that same night, abandoned. They went through it. I don't even think they saw any potential evidence in the car. They probably get some fingerprints, but they were suspects. A 16-year-old, not a suspect, but a 16-year-old witnessed a man, 2 white men, one with facial hair and one without, in a van. Yeah, and they did really. So Mark was actually covering for another employee. He wasn't supposed to be there. So the 16-year-old that was supposed to work, you gotta be thinking, oh, it was probably meant for him and not Mark. But what they think would happen was, so they're taking out the trash, the suspects pull up. Okay, they pull up, they have a gun or whatever, they go inside and botched robbery happens. So after the botched robbery, they take Jane's car and they drive and then abandon it. And then they were found, they recognized one of the perpetrators. I'm just going to tell you. So what happened the next day was they found all 4 suspects. They found them. So I'm just going to tell you what happened. So on Sunday afternoon, hikers found the bodies of the 4 victims over 20 miles and 32 kilometers away in a wooded area of Johnson Country. Both Davis and Shelton have been shot execution style many times with a .38 caliber firearm. Jane, I don't say their last name. I'm just gonna say, it says her last name, but I'm just gonna say Jane. Jane had been stabbed twice in the chest. The handle of the knife actually broke. So, yeah, broke and was missing. The blade was later recovered during an autopsy. Mark. So let's go. Okay, let's go to Mark. Mark was later determined to have been bludgeoned, possibly with a chain, and died from choking on his own blood. All 4 victims were still wearing their burger chef uniforms. Yeah, guys. That's basically like the case. Honestly, this case is really disgusting. And I know it's not a long one, but there's not a lot of information. So, now I'm going to tell you about a makeup hack. So, if you see this, it says 1 and then 2. You go to 1 first, basic. For y'all that don't know how to put mascara on, this is for y'all. So, you just go and like this. I'm gonna give my initial thought to what happened. So this case is 41 years today. Not today, but it's like 40 years still unsolved. Now, the next day, actually, they had them open. Even though those employees were missing, they still had them open. First of all, you fucked up. Because they're touching all that potential evidence. Now you're screwed. Secondly, the cops were dumbasses. Honestly, the cops were dumbasses. They don't even look like they go out and party. Okay? So, the thumbnail is going to show Jane and then Mark and then... Hold on. Ruth didn't even look like she partied. So, it's going to show Jane and then Daniel and then Mark and then Ruth. If you look at Ruth, she didn't look like she partied. That's not right, man. So basically, whenever you become of age, you would usually work there. It was like a McDonald's, but I mean, it is since closed and they still have that building. You could go and look at it. It's not open, but you can look at it. I feel like since it's 2020, now they could do an investigation. Find out what actually happened. Because it's still unsolved. How is this still unsolved? This makes no sense to me. I have a nasty pimple. But yeah, this makes no sense to me. Anyway, guys, don't worry about my eyeliner. But yeah, Thursday, if y'all guys want me to compare serial killers on Thursday, please let me know. I'm either gonna do Albert versus Jeffrey or BTK versus the Toy Box Killer. Also, if y'all guys want me to do a video on the Toy Box Killer, please let me know. That one, yeah. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I love y'all. Bye, guys.